Hey, welcome to the Mindy Paul Show. I hope you're all having a fantastic day. So today I'm in the studio. We've got lighting, we've got cameras. As you've been following me for some time, you know that I always do my just audio only. So today I've upped my game and I want you to up yours too. So today I want to talk about something really, really important, especially in what's going on now out there. I'm talking about the economy. So how is the economy affecting you? I remember when I first began working with Bob Proctor, I used to hear him say this a lot frequently. He goes like, you create your own economy. And I didn't kind of understand that. I'm like, what, do I get myself a mint and start printing paper? Printing money? What does that mean? But you actually create your own economy. It's actually true. Like, one thing is when we get into business, we think our money comes from the business. It doesn't come from the business. It comes through the business. So right now, what I'm seeing a lot of people do is starting to retreat, trying to hold on to all their money, save it for a rainy day. Guess what? If you're saving money for a rainy day, guess what you're going to attract? Yeah, you got it. A rainy day. So we've got to start to shift. Now, if you look at recessions, global recessions, when there's a massive downturn in economy, there's more millionaires made then than there are during like good times. Okay, so I think it's Napoleon Hill says that in every adversity, there's an equal amount of opportunity. So that means like in everything that's negative, there's also good in that as well. But you got to find the good in it. But what happens is people have a poor mindset. There's two mindsets, right? You'll have someone with a poor mindset and you'll have someone with a rich mindset. And so what does that even mean? So what that means is if you've got a poor mindset and you're in a downturn in the economy, guess what? Your income is going to go fucking down. No doubt about that. Now, on the other hand, if you've got a rich mindset, you're going to start to see opportunities everywhere. Have you ever seen like someone buy a business that's like, there's actually people that make money out doing this, right? They go finding businesses that ain't producing nothing. They're like losing money left, right, and center. And they'll go in, buy that business, turn it around, and sell it for millions. Why is that? So how can that be, right? You got two people in that same business, same industry, same location. Well, one person runs it through the ground, like kills it, and someone else comes along. This person could be in that business for like 20 years and know the industry inside out. All of a sudden, you got someone new comes in, right? They come in, buy the business, more or less for next to nothing. They turn it around, get the sales up, get the revenue up, and all of a sudden, they sell it for huge amounts. There's actually people out there that actually do this as their business model. In fact, I had a business once that wasn't making any money. You probably heard about me talking about this before when I sold my business for 6 times the amount of that I wanted for it. Because my mindset at that point, I had a poor mindset. And all I could see is all the reasons why it weren't working. All the reasons why I was blaming the marketing, the economy, customers, the product. And there was nothing wrong with any of them. The difference was that I had a poor mindset. So somebody came along, saw the potential in the business. And then I sold the business, right? And now this person went on and done some amazing things with this business. So rich mind versus... So I used to have a poor mindset. That's what I'm telling you. So I've witnessed it myself at first-hand experience. So think about how the economy is controlling you right now. Think about the type of decisions that you're making and how you're making your decisions. Like, how do you make a decision, a financial decision, whether you're going to invest in something in your business? Like, maybe I'll give you an example. So I've just had Dan, my new guy, start with me behind the camera there. Cool dude. You can get to see him more. So a lot of the time people would say, well, you know what? Get yourself your phone and get a selfie stick and you can just do it like that. Just make your own videos. But I'm like, come on, that's like poor thinking. Oh, if I wanted to take over the world in my industry, if I want to be a leader in my industry, okay, I must invest in the right people, resources, team. Think about how much maybe your team is costing you right now. Think about like you're not able to do certain things in your business and you're trying everything on the cheap. You're going to like, there's nothing wrong with it, but you're going to like places like Fiverr and all those freelance sites to get a graphic done for $5, then you complain how your graphics shit and the woman's been taking like 6 weeks to produce a graphic when you're only paying the person $5. I mean, what the fuck? Come on, people. You got to invest in real talent. So start to ask yourself a question. Do I have a rich mindset? Do I have a rich outlook? Or do I have a poor outlook? Am I looking to save everywhere I go, saving on the pennies or shillings? Or am I actually looking to, speculate to accumulate? That's a great thing, right? Who made that up? Got to speculate to accumulate. But most people in business, they probably couldn't tell you the last time they actually invested in themselves, let alone their business. How many places you've been to? Like, this could be like offices, restaurants, law firms, dental practices, and the showroom looks so shabby and cheap. It ain't been touched since like 1842, and they're still rolling the same way. I used to have a retail store back in the day, and this is when like the 2006-7 recession happened, and our sales were dipping down. And what I did was I did the illogical. I understood the importance. I'm like, fucking hell, we need to do something different, man. So what I did is we had a full refurb and spent a load of money in it, about 100 grand, got finance for it. And that was the best thing that we did, because our turnover doubled, the sales doubled and tripled. Had we not done that, had we played cheap, had a cheap mindset, guess what? I would have been screwed. So I want to really encourage you to start to have a different outlook, a different mindset on success. Look at successful people. They invest in themselves. You're your biggest asset. You really are. But do you actually see that? Or are you waiting for the economy to like change? If there ever was a time to invest in yourself and in your business, you know what? It's now, because there are going to be people that are winning. I talk to people out there in real estate, maybe real estate agents. Oh, no one's selling. Well, no one's buying. The prices are interest rates, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, well, people are buying. It's a great time to buy. I'm like, it's a great time to buy. People are saying, well, you know what? It's the wrong time to buy. Interest rates are high. Yeah, I get that. But here's the thing. You can get so many deals out there right now. People are selling. If you've got the right mindset, okay, you can pick up bargains right now. I know people that are picking up some crazy bargains, going in a good position. To people that got the money, right? People that got the money are buying these deals now from people, because people don't have money, because they didn't get their mindset right, because they always had a poor mindset, right? So if you've got a poor mindset, and you'll have a poor bank balance. Now, if you've got a rich mindset, it's going to show up in your bank balance too. Okay, I want you to start to really evaluate how you're thinking. Start to really think about how you're making decisions. Most people make their decisions based upon their current results, current circumstances. I remember when I had the opportunity to work with Bob Proctor, I was already in 65 grand's worth of debt back then, across like 5 or 6 credit cards. And that was about 100,000 US dollars back then. Now, it cost me, I think it's about 45, 50K to go work with Bob. And now most people, if I ask people for their opinion, they say, you know what, Mindy, don't be stupid, don't be daft, you're in debt, you can't afford to do this. Wait until you get out of debt. I'm like, come on, 65 grand, how long is it going to take me to get out of debt? Like 10, 15, 20 years? So I made the logical decision. I got into more debt to get out of debt. The way I saw it was like I was in a hole, and Bob Proctor was there. He was the only one that could get me out, and I was purchasing a ladder from Bob to pull me out of this hole. And I'm so glad that I did. So I did something really logical. I was in 65 grand's worth of debt. Couldn't even pay my cards off. So every bit of money, luckily I was living with my parents then, right? Didn't have to pay for like food and stuff and mortgage and all that. So every bit of money that I was getting, I was paying into my cards. But I still maybe, what's the word I'm looking for? I still valued like mentorship. I still saw value in investing in myself, because I knew that I'd got myself into this mess and I had to do something different to get myself out of this mess. Well, guess what? I'd be in the same position year in, year out. So I had to change the track. I was driving in the hard shoulder, and I knew that that's where the good stuff was at. I needed to get into the third lane. So I had to shift lanes. I had to shift the way my thinking was. And I'm so glad that I did, because that investment in myself, I've hit 500,000 months now. I've hit 100K days. I've made 100,000 an hour. Am I telling you this to brag? No, I'm just telling you this because I brought a wealthy mindset. I shifted my poor mindset, got rid of that, traded it in, and start to surround myself with the right type of people, and I start to think in the right way. So again, Bob taught me how to really start thinking from abundance. So I wasn't thinking about my present results, my current results. Most people allow their current results to dictate them. So I want you to think about this now. What area in your business is struggling? Maybe you're so concerned about your sales ain't going up, and yet you don't have a sales team. You don't even have a salesperson. Or you don't even invest in sales training for the person that answers your phone. Maybe you're in a dental practice, or you got a law practice or whatever, and you're paying your receptionist like minimum wage, and then you're moaning your sales ain't going up, you ain't got enough leads and all that kind of bullshit. But when you haven't invested in your team, maybe you haven't even thought about it. Well, yeah, that's not a bad idea. Maybe I can invest in some sales training for the person that's the shop front of my business. You think someone calls your business up, you might be in an online business, but if you have an office, build a business where somebody has to ring up and make an inquiry, and you got someone sitting at the reception desk, they could be losing you so much fucking money. Unbelievable. Okay. Oh, yes. I'll get somebody to call you back. When was the last time that happened? I'll get somebody to call you back, and nobody calls them back. Instead of handling the inquiry. Recently, I'll tell you a little story. I might have mentioned this before. I was going to get my car wrapped. I just bought my Porsche Taycan and I wanted to get it wrapped. So I looked up to someone local. I rung them up and I said, listen, can I get a price on my car? I want to get it wrapped. Told them what car it is. The lady on the phone says, well, I'm afraid you'll have to email us in and send us the details and tell us what car it is, what colour it is, what year it is, and what colour you'd like. I'm like, okay. I thought, fucking seriously? I could tell you this over the phone. How hard is this? Then I thought, you know what? I left it for about a month. Then I rung them back. I thought, well, let me see if somebody else answers the phone. Someone else answers the phone. And guess what? Yeah, I can't give you the price over the phone. So you'll have to email in your details of the car, what age it is, what color it is, how many doors it is, what color it is now. I'm like, come on. They lost 5 or 6 grand or whatever they would charge because they didn't train that salesperson, because they didn't invest maybe 5 grand in some basic sales training because of a poor mindset. Okay, now you've got to say, like, if you got this person trained up properly to actually answer the phone, take the details down, pass it to somebody, say, listen, we'll get you a quote within the next 25 minutes. What color is the car? What year is it? What color would you like? Blah, blah, blah. 20 minutes, I'll get your price. You think how much money that we're losing out. Okay, so we've got to invest in our people. We've got to invest in our teams. We've got to invest in ourselves. So right now, think about 5 areas in your business right now that are weak, right, that you need to improve upon, and then ask yourself a question. What investment can you make? Out of the 5, you might not invest in all 5, but how can I start to have a rich thinking, a rich mindset, a wealthy mindset, and say, right, which one of these 5 areas, key areas in my business, will make the biggest difference to my bottom line, biggest difference to my profits? Is it your sales? The amount of people that I know that don't even have a salesperson. They're in a business. Businesses don't run without sales. Right? Number one thing, you got to have a sales process. But most people won't even invest. They were trying to do everything themselves, trying to save money. Oh, I can't spend any money right now. There's not enough money. Listen, go look at your bank account, see how much excessive money that you've got in there. Right? Maybe that you're always on your borderline where you're always like between like your overdraft and you always got a bit of money in there, just enough to get you by. Now, I'm sure that wasn't the reason why you got into business for, right? It wasn't, right? Look at your bank right now. Look at your bank balance in your business. Look at how much money you got coming in every month versus going out. Then ask yourself a question. What problem do I have now that I can fix? Okay. So do you have a rich mindset or a poor mindset? Think about that. Are you always seeing why something can be done, why it should be done versus why it can't be done and why you shouldn't do it right now based upon the economy? The economy right now, I mean, I remember COVID, when COVID happened, when it first happened. And like people that were in the coaching space were going out of business. They weren't doing anything, weren't making any money, no sales, not helping anybody. I had my best fucking month in COVID and my business just took off because I had a different outset. I had coaches that I knew, friends, and they were saying, no one's spending right now, so we're not going to go out. I'm not going to do stuff out there. I'm not going to put any events online. I'm going to hold back and wait, ride the storm until it's over. I'm like, fuck me, man. There's more people that need help right now, and I just need to tell them that they need the help. I need to educate them on that. This is the best time for you. If you're going to survive, if you're going to survive, you've got to change the way you're thinking. You've got to change the way you're working, or otherwise you're going to go down with everybody else. So I started to help people. In fact, I had one of my clients, Rakesh, he reached out to me, an accountant. I had other accountants at that time. They couldn't even make sense of investing. Oh, now's not the right time. It's unpredictable. It's unpredictable right now what we're in. But he had a different mindset. He knew he had to do something different to survive. He had his family, he had mortgages and stuff. He had a business and he knew that he had to do something different to survive. So he enrolls with me. And within 24 hours, he hits his biggest fucking paying client in the history of his company. Why was that? That was no accident. Because he actually invested in himself and he didn't allow the economy to control him. Okay? He didn't allow the economy, what's going on out there. Now, if you allow what's going on out there to control you, it'll control what's going in there. And the way successful people work is that we work inside out. Okay? We don't look at what's happening on the outside and base our decisions on that. We make a decision. Listen, what do I want? Do I want to go there? Am I willing to put the work in, pay the price to get there? And then they go do the work. Okay. Now I really value mentorship because I'm constantly investing in myself. Every year, I'm probably investing a couple of $100,000 in my own development, working with mentors, great people. And because I want to grow, because I'm not happy where I am. I'm doing great. Don't get me wrong, but I've got levels. I want to help more people. I want to really get out there I'm on a global scale already, right? I was having this conversation with somebody today. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, let's take your business global. I'm like, fucking, I'm already global. Come on, I'm operating loads of countries, right? But I want to help more people. I want to reach more people. So I know that I need to invest in the right team. I need to invest in myself more. I was just talking to Dan about getting a new camera, right? Getting a new camera. He started me day one. I'm like, what's a really cool camera? Yeah, it's this really cool one that all the YouTubers use. I'm like, I want a really good camera. I've got a good camera. He's got a camera there. I bought one of them Sony ZV-1s. But now I'm thinking, you know what? That's not really fit for where I want to take my business. So why don't I invest in a nice camera, right? Because we're going to be using it lots. We're going to get our use out of it. Let's really take it to the max. So let's go shopping for a camera. So I might even do a little YouTube video of me shopping for a camera, right? So it's really important to invest in yourself, invest in your business, right? You can play it cheap. That's the expensive way. Or you can invest in yourself, in your business, find the resources, find the people, things that you need, and go invest in them. What can you make? I'm not talking about spending 100 grand, but sometimes even spending 5, 6, 10 grand, right, in your business could make a massive difference. Okay, the return on investment, especially if you got a mentorship is great, right? So I was doing a calculation, what my clients pay me is less than what they actually pay a full-time employee, like an admin assistant. But I know the admin assistant doesn't get them the results I get them. So people see the value in that now, So invest in yourselves, right? Don't allow the economy to control you. Right now, be in charge of you. You be in charge of you. Make decisions based upon what you want, not what you're experiencing right now, and start to up-level your business. So I will see you on the next podcast. Take care.